What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today I will be changing the oil on the Super Duke. I'm actually embarrassed to say the Super Duke only has 300 miles on it since I bought it new because I just couldn't find the time to ride it for some reason. Just so busy riding the GSA most of the time. But I'm taking it to the track, so that's why I'm changing the oil early at 300 miles. So here's the stuff that I have that I'm going to use. So they gave me, the dealership gave me 10W50. On the owner's manual, there's different ranges, depends on your temperature and where you live and stuff like that. So, and then they also gave me a couple O-rings to replace. Not quite sure why there's only one of this one. I'm not sure. So we'll see what it looks like underneath the oil filter cover. And this is the oil filter. So, I mean, it's new. If there's an O-ring missing, I could probably reuse whatever's in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have my drain plug and funnel. I have it on a stand right now, as you can see. But actually for this bike, since the drain is on the side like this, and you have another one here, this is the oil screen, as well as this one. So since it's on the side like this, I'm gonna put it down on the ground and do the oil change with the side stand. So I think that's just better. The oil is at that level. This is from the dealership. So I'm just letting it cool down right now. So I'm gonna go drain it now. Since this is also next to the exhaust right here, I'm gonna put a foil here so that it doesn't make a mess on the exhaust because it's hard to clean. So that's it. Let's get started. These are, I'm just gonna use wrenches in here, not Torx. So this is, I think this is very low torque numbers on this. So I think it's 4 foot-pounds on this one and 14 on these. So it really just hand tight. All right, let's do this. All right, guys. So we are draining. As you can see, most of the oil drains from this hole here, where the oil screen is. So the two oil screens, one here and one there. Not much on the oil filter hole. As you can see, my still splashed a little bit because there's a lot that came out, but not a whole lot of mess, or else all this would be on your pipe. But I could have gotten more coverage. But the oil trick, the foil trick works in preventing more mess. So as you can see, there's a lot of oil in this bike actually. And there you go. We're just gonna wait, give it a 15 minutes and come back to it. Okay, so we're almost done with the drain. So what I do is I stand up the bike a couple times. So because you see some of the oil is being held up in this area. For some reason there's a cavity there. So I stand it up, kind of tilt it, just tilt it, and then when I put it back on the side stand side, a lot more come out. So I think yeah, some are getting trapped. So I think just the best way, just to make sure that you're draining most of what you can, is yeah, stand the bike up from time to time. I did it about 3 times now, just for how many times it feels good for you. But right now it's almost done, just dripping, almost done. So it's mostly dripping from these, not a lot on the big one. All right, we'll let that drain for a little bit more, and we'll get back to it. Taking a look at the oil screen, not a whole lot of debris really. I mean, there is some. So I'm gonna use some brake cleaner and just kind of clean this out, or just kind of flush this out. It's supposed to be a magnet in here or something, and it's supposed to attract the debris, but it's not really, nothing crazy. Like I've seen more on a magnetic drain plug before, and this one's not that crazy for 300 miles. And I did kind of semi-hard brake-in on the bike, like I always do. I don't really baby it. So I've revved the bike up, many times. So it's not a lot of shavings in here, which is pretty good. In terms of the O-rings, I guess when I bought it from the dealership, they didn't really give me what I needed. They only gave me the ones that are for the main one. I don't know what that small one is for. I don't know if I missed anything, but from the manual, you just remove this, and that's it. It drains everything. So, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna reuse the O-rings. They're new. I'm gonna clean this out, and then that's it. There is a KTM oil filter change kit where you replace this whole thing entirely. It's $80. I don't think it's necessary. So I opted to just get the filter and the O-ring for the oil filter cap. And then I guess I'll change the oil filter O-ring, I guess. And then yeah, just buy the oil. It's cheap. It's like $100 for all this. But you don't need to replace this. So all right, I think we're almost done with the drain. Not a lot of drips left. I'm gonna clean this up. Clean the surfaces here, put the oil screen back on, and then we'll fill it up with oil. Alright guys, I am just closing it up now. I put the oil screen back on. I'm about to tighten them. This is 14 foot-pounds, these two, and this is about 4 foot-pounds, something like that. Very, very hand tight. So I'm gonna try to use maybe a kind of a screwdriver holder, not a wrench, so I don't over torque it. So I'm still in the middle of putting oil back in. I just finished one bottle, but I guess for this phase, unless you have a nice funnel, because this is angled like too much to the side, it's kind of hard to tilt the bottle. So just in case you guys don't have a nice funnel and you guys are doing it straight from the bottle, because the bottle is pretty good because it has the spout when you pull it out like this. It's good enough for you to pour with it. But the spout inlet here is tilted to the side, so if it's on the ground, it's kind of hard to get all the oil in, and also it overflows and comes back out. So I just have the bike standing up now, upright, so it's a little bit easier to just go ahead and pour everything in much faster. All right, guys. So I just started the bike after adding 3 quarts first, and then I let it rest, and now it's on the kickstand. And you can see it from here that it's already half, but actually you need to stand the bike up, which I'm gonna try to do without dropping my bike one-handed. Oh, there you go. So when it's standing, it's actually not there. So that's where the last quart bottle comes in. I'm gonna try to add maybe I'll put it on the rear stand, so it's standing upright, and I'm gonna add maybe half of the bottle, half of this. We'll see how much it takes. Okay, so we're on the last bottle, which I added 3/4 of, almost 3/4. I'm kind of unsure, so I'm gonna stand it up. I think that's upright, and it's about there. So I guess I can just leave it. Yeah, I can just leave it. So that's good. That's a good amount. In the manual it says middle or 3/4, so it's fine. So I still have about this much left in the bottle. So if I want to top off someday, maybe I'll just bring this on the track day, this last bottle, and then if I need to top off, and I'll just top off there. Okay, so that's it. The check for leaks, I don't see any. I did drop a couple drops of oil in the mid pipe here, so you kind of smell it when your bike starts. So make sure, I guess, to clean that after if you have any, or else it's just annoying when you smell it, burnt oil and stuff. Also, you don't want the dirty oil marks on it. It just looks ugly. So as much as I tried to avoid it with the foil, I still kind of splashed around it. So I don't think it was under. I think it's just residue. So I think I cleaned it as best I can. I'm gonna try to clean it again, but other than that, that's it for the oil change. Kind of long, but just trying to be thorough. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching the video.